Are you a fan of bread? In Japan, astonishing new bread creations are being introduced every day. Let's look at the innovative breads causing a stir in Japan.
Bread is loved by people all over the world, and Japan is currently enjoying a unique evolution in bread culture, from the use of Japanese ingredients to photogenic breads attracting attention on social media. Today, we'll be introducing some of these new trends in the Japanese bread scene.
This is one floor of a department store in Japan, devoted entirely to food. A large section of the floor space is dedicated to bakeries. Newly unveiled in 2021, this bread section assembles 40 brands and 500 kinds of bread, making it one of the largest in the country. Word has spread quickly among bread lovers. Popular items sell out almost as soon as they're brought out of the oven.
パンは好きですね。家族みんなも好きで、はい、よく使ってます。
匂いとかがすごい好きなので、それでいろんなの食べてます。バケットは他の料理と一緒に食べれるので、あとはそうですね、明日のお昼にということで買いました。
First introduced in Europe, bread has reached all corners of the world, evolving along the way. In Japan, bread has taken on a life of its own, transforming in extraordinary ways, becoming deeply ingrained in day-to-day life. Throughout history, rice has been the main staple in Japanese cuisine. But for 5 straight years, from 2014 to 2018, annual family spending on bread surpassed that of rice. Bread is now considered an essential part of Japanese life. Otani Dieko is a producer of bakeries who has visited over 2,000 of them in and out of Japan.
私が思うには一種核家族化で、核家族になると、朝簡単に、手軽に食べれるっていうのは、ご飯を、お母様が炊くよりもパンを出した方が子供も食べやすいし、共働きが、お母様も働いてるから、そういった生活習慣っていうのもパンの需要に影響してるのかなと思いますね。
Let's dive into the history of bread in this country. In 1543, the Portuguese arrived in Tanegashima Island in southern Japan. It is said that they passed on cultural artifacts, including Western clothing, wine, guns, and yes, bread. Nearly 300 years later, in the early 19th century, the easily portable bread was viewed as ideal for soldiers in war. In 1842, Japan's first bakery was born. The Japanese began making bread for its own countrymen. In 1874, the Japanese confectioner Kimuraya came up with the idea for anpan, a bread using traditional sweets-making methods. With a moist outer skin and sweet red bean paste inside, the anpan was a hit. This bread, called melonpan, is wrapped in a thin cookie layer. It does not include melon, but was given the name because the surface resembles the skin of the fruit. Curry pan is a bread roll filled with curry, covered in panko breadcrumbs and deep fried. In addition, popular Japanese dishes are combined with bread for an endless variety of meal-in-one specialty breads. Enjoyed for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, or as a snack between meals, store-bought and homemade bread has become a staple of Japanese life.
I didn't realize so many breads originated in Japan. Look at all these different types of bread. They're so colorful and pretty too. And they smell good too. And here is one of Japan's most famous bread, the anpan. As you can see here, let's see how it is inside. Ooh, we can see the sweet red bean paste inside. This is called tsubu-an. You could actually taste the actual beans. They're not totally mixed together in a cream. itadakimasu. Very sweet, and it's got this really nostalgic flavor that I grew up with. I love ampang. So when I was in Boston during college, the bread there were very simple and plain, like the sandwich bread or the bagel rolls or the bread rolls. I didn't see these kinds of sweet dessert breads or these Japanese meals mixed in with the bread. And there was a Japanese bakery in Boston, which was also popular amongst our friends. And my friends all loved this meron pan. Bread is part of everyday life in Japan, but right now it's evolving in unbelievable ways. Let's take a look at what's happening.
A vast open space filled with tents and booths. Since launching in 2016, this bread festival has grown into one of Japan's largest, attracting over 900,000 visitors. Bread lovers gather for the rare opportunity to purchase breads from around the country.
はい、パン大好きなので、ここに来ればいろんな地方のパンとかも買えるので、それで来てます。
The most popular item at the event is this blueberry bread, which holds a record of selling 1,000 loaves in a day. The bakery's original blueberry sauce is mixed into the dough and baked with a swirl of delicious blueberries. And this red melon pan is quite the attention grabber. Like a regular melon pan, the bread is covered with cookie dough, but inside, an entire apple. And here, shoppers delight in bread-related merchandise. Bread is the motif for keychains, earrings, and other wearable items.
日本のパン屋さんとパンの製品とかデザインはすごく特別。
今2010年からずっとパンの消費量自体は増えてまして、最近ではもう皆さんご存知の食パンブームっていうのはございまして、パンっていうのはどんどんこう新しいものに移り変わっていって、いろんな人たちに魅力を感じていただいてるんじゃないかなというふうに感じてます。
Since 2013, one type of bread in particular has risen in popularity: the premium white bread. This now famous brand transformed everyday white bread into a soft loaf like no other, using specialty ingredients and a one-of-a-kind baking method.
かなりの種類の高級食材を揃えて相性が合うまで、作り続けてやっと出来上がった高級生食パンです。焼けるか焼けないかで中まで浸透するように熱が、そういう製法でですね、もう限りなく境目がわからないように柔らかいパンを、作りました。
The highly sought-after bread is enjoyed at home and as gifts for others in the place of cakes and sweets. And currently, the fruit sandwich is the talk of the town. This shop, specializing in fruit since 1952, created Japan's first takeout fruit sandwich, placing large chunks of fruit between two slices of white bread. Fresh and delicious, the sweet sandwiches are also beautiful. The bright colors sparkle on display. Various bread-related hashtags have taken off on social media, with people sharing their photogenic breads daily.
皆さん食べて買ってきたものを自分なりにアレンジして写真撮って、ここで食べましたよ、こんなパン美味しいんですとか、こんな新しいパンの商品出ましたとか、そういったのを個人が自由に発信できる、みんな情報が交換できるっていうのは、これも一つパンの発展の一つかなと思います。
Bakeries and shops are not the only innovators when it comes to bread. Individuals creating spectacular breads at home are attracting followers worldwide and have become part of a movement.
Wow, look how popular the premium bread has become. Well, my two daughters love these premium white bread too. They love the crust of the bread. We call it pan no mimi, the ear of the bread, and they love to eat all of it. Today, I'm delighted to meet two Japanese bread artists who have been receiving a lot of attention on social media for their beautifully photogenic bread. Hello, thank you for joining me today. よろしくお願いします。
This is Ran, creator of the illustration bread. When sliced, her bread reveals charming illustration-inspired visuals. She has 330,000 plus followers.
もともとは日本にあるそのお寿司でそういうのを作るものがあって飾り巻き寿司っていうんですけど、ああいうことがパン生地でできたら楽しいんじゃないかなと思って初めて作ってみました。
In addition to flour and regular bread ingredients, illustration bread uses natural food coloring. First, the fermented bread dough is measured and divided. Food coloring is dissolved in a little water and mixed with the dough. The dough is divided into pieces that will make up the illustration and rolled into thin stick shapes. These parts are then stacked accordingly. When the illustration portion is complete, the entire roll is wrapped in bread dough. After it is given time to rise, the dough is baked in a bread pan.
イラストパンはその切った時に絵が出てくる楽しみがあるので、作っている私自身も最後本当に切ってみるまでどんな絵が出てくるかって正確なところはわからないので、毎回その切る瞬間の楽しみっていうのは作ってる私もだし、食べてくれる家族やそのお友達とかもみんな味わうことができます。
This is Ellie, creator of Meron Pan de Cotta. Her career in bread making includes several recipe book publications.
メロンパンのパン生地の外側の部分を型を抜いたり、色をつけたりしてメロンパンをデコレーションしているので、メロンパンをデコったよということでメロンパンデコったと言います。
First, the melon pan dough is kneaded and divided. Next, natural food coloring is added to cookie dough, which will be used to decorate the bread. The cookie dough is rolled into a thin sheet, then cut using a cookie cutter and chilled in the freezer.
硬くなっているので、こうやって抜きやすくなってます。
The colored dough is decorated with ingredients such as sesame. After the dough has risen, water is sprayed lightly, and the cut-out cookie dough is placed atop the bun. Finish by sprinkling granulated sugar over the bun and pop into the oven. Endless variations are possible by playing with the shapes and colors of the cookies.
それではもっともっとお話を伺っていきます。よろしくお願いします。まずはランさんから、作品を作るきっかけになったのは何ですか？
きっかけは息子が生まれた時に、その子が、食べ物にあんまり興味がなくて、食べることよりも遊ぶことの方が楽しいみたいな感じだったので、食事の時間にもうちょっと興味持ってもらえたらいいなと思って、食べるものを面白く楽しくしてみようと思って作ったのが始まりです。
Ran took her son's illustrations and incorporated them into her bread. Playful and fun, the finished bread is also a work of art.
でエリーさんは、パン作りのきっかけは？
ランさんと同じように、子供が生まれて、ちょっと同じようにやっぱり食に対するっていうか、食欲がなくなって元気がなくなってしまった時があるんですね。何も食べなくなってしまって、大好物のメロンパンなら食べるかなと思って、ちょっと型を抜いて可愛くしたんですね。だからすごく喜んでくれて、どんどんいろいろ考えて、たくさんの種類を作るようになったんです。
何がこう印象的なのありますか？
印象的なのは、うちの息子が釣りに行きたいってずっと言っていて、でなんか魚をさばいて食べたいみたいなことを言ってたから、鮭のパンを作ったんで、こうパキったらこう骨が出てくるんですけど、娘はイクラが好きなので、イクラもパンで作ってなんか切ると骨とイクラが出てくるみたいなものを作りました。
模型のように。エリーさんはアイディアはどこから？
季節に応じたものも作りたいなというか、身の回りのもの全部アイディアの元にしてます。パーツを貼り付けて最初は作ってたんですけど、だんだんそこから変形していって、お寿司のメロンパンでどういう
ことですか？お寿司のメロンパン
ご飯のところがパンで、でネタのところがクッキー生地で、醤油じゃなくてチョコレートシロップにつけて食べる。
なるほど。やっぱりこう作品を作っていて難しいポイントってどういうところですか？
作る前段階でその紙にいろんなデザインを描くんですけど、そこですごい時間かかります。その犬は犬でも、どんな犬がパンになった時に可愛いか、そのパンになった時にどう映るかっていうのを想像していつも。
じゃあ最初の段階で
最初の段階がすごい時間かかりますね。
でエリさんはどうですか？
私はバランスは、とにかく詰めて貼り付けるっていうことなんですね。で難しいんですけど、子供に任せるともう好きなようにやるので、自由に楽しんでいただけたらいいなと思ってしてます。
Well, thank you very much. Well, today I had the incredible honor of watching these artists work their magic, and I'm excited to experience a little bit myself. Yay! よろしくお願いします。
よろしくお願いします。
頑張るぞ。
頑張ります。
First, I will try making Ran's illustration bread. よろしくお願いします。
お願いします。
The panda bear will be made using white, black, and green dough that has been colored with matcha powder.
もちもちしてますね。
The dough is divided by size and color.
じゃあパンダの目から作ります。これが白い生地を転がして伸ばしてください。
I think it's very interesting and unique that for this type of bread, where we make the eye part, you have to make it into a string shape. So it's a long shape for the eyes.
The eyes are then wrapped in a thin sheet of white dough. The panda bear's droopy eyes are created by placing the dough on the diagonals of a triangle. Next, the ears and other facial features are assembled and wrapped into place.
Is this really gonna turn out to be a panda? I really can't imagine. Just layering long strips of bread and we'll see how it goes.
The final step is to wrap the entire piece in green dough.
どうですかね。I look forward to how it's going to come out.
Once out of the oven, the bread is cooled in order to maintain its shape when sliced.
So we waited 30 minutes and it's ready to be cut. I think these are some ears and eyes, but the parts are not aligned, so I'm kind of nervous right now, but we'll see how it goes. どうなってるのかな。
楽しみです。
So this is the moment we've been waiting for. どうかな。お願い。It's a panda! It's better than I imagined. It's better than I anticipated. It's a panda! Oh, how cute! Kawaii!
The panda illustration bread is a success.
So now, let's see how Ran's panda bread turned out. It's very cute. It's very centered in the middle, and the balance is very beautiful. Next, it's time to try Ellie's melon pan de cotta. よろしくお願いします。よろしくお願いします。
3 sheets of colored cookie dough will be used in today's melon pan. First, the dough is cut into rabbit patterns. Chilled in the freezer, the individual pieces pop out easily.
I cut out the cookie sheets into the rabbit shapes. This part was easy.
Next, sugar is used for the rabbit's nose and black sesame for the eyes.
うさぎの中心に乗せてみてください。はい。はい。そしてちょっと押します。ピンセットでキュッキュッと押し込むんです。で中心を決めると目がつけやすくなるので、バランスとかがね、ここがセンスですね。
Dampen the tip of a skewer and set the sesame seed down one by one.
It's interesting how the slightest details could change the expression. So you can have fun making all these different facial expressions.
Spray a little water and attach the rabbits to the dough.
ラップをかけて、一回パン生地にクッキー生地がしっかりつくようにこうそーっと密着させる。
This is like solving a puzzle, like a jigsaw puzzle.
Granulated sugar is sprinkled on top. And the buns are placed in the oven. Voila! This is Ellie's bread, and this is Mari's. Both look fantastic.
And now it looks like the bread is done. Let's take a look at them. Along with the breads Ran and Ellie baked just for today. こちらです。Wow! So cute. It's incredible. Look at all these cute animals. It's like an animal wonderland. Can't imagine this is all bread. Wow. Oh, these are the little bunnies that we made afterwards.
一番最後に残った生地で作ったうさぎに耳と目をくっつけました。
この動物はパンダ以外にも今回いろいろいますね。
はい。猫は猫の形の焼き型を使ってそのまま作りました。
ね、耳もこう形がこういう風に出来上がるんですね。
でクマが大きいクマの形のパンと小さいのと組み合わせてクマの親子みたいな感じで作ってみました。
動物園のコラボなので、あと子供がやっぱり大好きな動物をね、いろいろ揃えて。
これは立体的なのとどうなってるんですか？
クッキーで首と頭を作って後付けで焼けたメロンパンに乗っけて、はい。
Well, as much as I would like to watch this forever, I'm getting a little hungry, so I think it's time to eat the bread. では一緒にいただきましょうか。The panda first. どんな感じでしょう？
パンダさん。
I could taste the green tea flavor, and it's very good. Next. Oh, look at all these little rabbits, the bunnies. It's very sweet and tasty. I could taste the sakura flavor too. Wow. The base bread is very moist and very soft. It's very yummy. I had such a wonderful time today. It was fun to make, fun to look at, and fun to eat. そして、最後にこれからの夢についてお伺いしたいんですけれども、ランさんは？
私はもうずっと前から作りたいなと思っているのがイラストパンの絵本です。
絵本？
はい。絵本を作りたくて、こう全部絵をイラストパンで全部できている絵本で、それを作って日本だけじゃなくて世界中に届けたいっていう夢があります。
素敵。物語も作って、はい、いいですね。そしてエリさんは？
はい、たくさんいろいろなものを作っていきたいっていうのはあるんですけれども、これを作りたい、教えたいって声をかけてくださる方がたくさんいらっしゃるので、その人たちが教えている時にその一部をチャリティーっていう形にできたら心ばかりなんですけども、つなげていけたら嬉しいなと思ってます。
このパン作りの魅力がどんどんたくさんの人に伝わるといいですね。今日は本当にありがとうございました。ありがとうございました。Bread is evolving in Japan in a way people have never seen, from how they look to the ingredients being used. Bread culture looks slightly different from country to country, and it's thrilling to see these Japanese innovations being loved around the world. I, for one, will be keeping my eye on where and how Japanese bread takes off from here. Thanks for watching today, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye bye!